morning and welcome to your daily dose. Today we're going to be talking about incisions in the respiratory section. Within the incision category are codes for services that you would not think of as being incisional. For example, the nasal sinuses can be washed or have a lavage with the saline solution introduced through a cannula, which is a hollow tube, to remove infection. The incision category code 31000 describes lavage of the maxillary sinus. So go ahead and open your CPT and turn to code 31000 and read your description there. And I'm going to continue on. Lavage can be performed on both the maxillary and the sphenoid sinuses. If the lavage is of the sphenoid sinus, you would report 31002. Since you have your CPT manual open, go ahead and look at CPT code 31002. Many of the codes in the incision category are for sinustomies. A sinustomy is a procedure in which the physician enlarges the passage or creates a new passage from the nasal cavity into a sinus. This procedure is usually performed due to chronic sinus infection. The procedure improves sinus drainage. The codes are divided according to the extent of the procedure. So one of the things that I want you to keep in mind when you're thinking about the respiratory section in the anatomy of, and when you're coding, it's going to be broken down from the nose to the next opening, the anus. That is how everything's going to be listed. That's how the anatomic site is broken down. So let's look at our coding shot and let's talk about modifier 50. Now remember, when you're in your CPT manual, if you open up your manual, on the back of the front cover, you have a list of modifiers. If you look at modifier 50, it means bilateral. So modifier 50 is assigned when the polyps are removed from both left and right sides of the nose. And it can be other things besides a polyp, but this was the coding shot that's actually in your book. So let's do exercise 16-3 together. Number 1, lavage of the maxillary sinus bilateral. Now, what are we going to use as our key term? Now, you guys decide. I'm going to try lavage just because that's where I feel like I want to go. So I'm going into my CPT book and I'm looking for lavage. And I'm doing this in real time, guys, so that's why it takes a little time. Okay, so I found lavage on page 1154. So let's see, it's a lavage of the sinuses. All right, so I see bladder, colon, gastrointestinal, knee joint, lung, and then it has bronchiole total under maxillary sinus. Is that what we're looking for? Maxillary sinus, and it says CPT code 31000. So 31000. Do we stop there? No, we always have to code two ways. So we're going to look for code 31000. And again, I'm looking with you guys. I am doing this in real time. So 31000 is on page 221. And this says lavage by cannula maxillary sinus. It doesn't say by cannula, but that is our code. So let's look at our parenthetical notes underneath, and that just means notes that are in parentheses. To report bilateral procedures, use 31000 with the modifier. So our code will be 31000 with the modifier 50. So it's going to be 31000 and 31000 with a modifier 50. That's what they're asking us for here, 2 codes. All right, let's do the second one together. Simple left frontal sinusotomy, there we go, using the external approach. So what did we do? A sinusotomy. So that's where I'm going to go to my index, and I'm going to look up sinusotomy. Okay, I found it on 1227, sinusotomy. Frontal sinus. Simple left frontal sinusotomy using external approach. Okay, so we don't have a lot of choices. We have frontal sinus, which matches up, and it gives us exploratory, and it gives us 31070 through 31075, non-obliterative, 31086 to 31087. And then it gives us obliterative 31020 to 31032. Maxillary sinus. Then it gives us multiple paranasal and sphenoid sinus. We don't have anything about a sphenoid sinus. So I'm going to start with non-obliterative, which is 31086. Okay, so sinusotomy. That's intranasal. A 31020 is intranasal. Let's see. Okay, 310 sinusotomy, frontal, external, simple. Okay, so I found my code just by reading in the section. So on page 221, 31070, sinusotomy, frontal, external, and simple. So I'm going with code 31070. So let's check our answers. Up, you know what we left off? Let's go back. It was left. So again, a modifier is needed. LT, which tells us it's 31070 LT, which is the left side. I know this is a lot of information for our daily dose, but I just wanted to do some coding with you today. Have a great day, and I hope you learned something. Bye-bye.